Hi, my name is Robbie Leibel, and for the next project and the visual touch points, I will be going into the audio that I chose, which would be change is necessary. So, for to explain the element of change, I want to focus in on how most people fear change. They fear new environments, new people, new opportunities. They like to stay stable, and that's a perfectly normal response to most change. So for my visual aesthetic, I wanted to make it a little creepy, have a nice contrast between dark and neon colors to make it a little unsettling. Maybe have some creatures in there to make it a little like alarming, a little unnerving to better represent this fear of change. Maybe as it would progress, more and more creatures would show up at a very steady pace at first, but then would get a lot faster as it would go. I would also want to add in sort of like a CRT television screen sort of aesthetic to it to kind of like heighten that creepy style that I'd want. So just something like very like seemingly electrical, kind of like pixely to make it a little unnerving in a way. So visual message, a big thing that I wanted to add as like sort of like a visual graphic would be like phases of a moon, as I feel like that would fit the aesthetic the best. And I feel like how the moon changes affects is a big is one of the parts in like how like the earth is affected, and as it would change I would want to make it look like this in a way with this pixely aesthetic I would want to have, and then maybe have it so that the seasons could change along with it. Maybe have a landscape around the moon so that when the phases change, the seasons change with it over and over, while like monsters kind of pop out in certain places. And it would kind of be looking like this in a way where like a lot of it would be dark, but like a lot of the more neon elements of the animation would pop out a lot more. And a twist I wanted to add, maybe like at the end, to represent how like this fear of change um, is is everyone relates to it. I but also like it's okay to feel that way. I want to like make it so like this whole scenario with like all the monsters and all the creatures and like the nightmare scape I would create, it was actually like a movie this entire time, and the person who was watching would kind of go outside and look at how pleasant the world is with like these nice calming colors to like just to like to tell you like, oh, that fear is, it's fine to feel that way, but it's just not real, and everything's still gonna be the same as long as just, even though everything changes, it's still gonna be nice, and your life isn't going to be horrible because of that change. Most likely it's going to be just as good as it is now. So visual goals, I wanted to make it like so that change doesn't have to be feared, it can be loved as well, and that change can be more of a chance to move forward than to look on it backwards. Thank you.